ScreenQueen Reviews. My name is Alana. I just finished watching episode 11 of Orange is the New Black, and this episode was titled, Well, This Took a Dark Turn. So we find out in this episode, well, let me back up. This episode was a little lackluster for me. We find out some things that I really thought was going to be a big part of the episode, but then it just kind of blah. It happens and it's like, well, why? Doesn't make sense. Aleda pretty much goes off on her little guard for Buddy. Tells him he ain't worth nothing. He ain't gonna be nothing. He's just working this little lame little job for the rest of his life, just doing the motions and don't have any fun and is not a man. Everything. Now, all this is being said because she's been caught literally smuggling drugs into the jail. So, okay, Aleda. But apparently he takes it to heart. He goes to work, finds out that he's coming up on 10 years too, because old Buddy, the one who was the commissioner, got a whole speech prepared, and these are his friends, and this is his life. And yeah, some self-reflection happens there. And then he goes home and he tells Aleda, we're going to do this for 3 months. And then we're out and we're done. So he's maxing it out, peddling the drugs through. He is down with the plan now, which is even better for them because they can get it sooner than later. Of course, they wrap this all up and solidify this deal with angry sex. Okay, y'all get it. Put grandma outside. You know, let's have some fun. So Piper is still trying to do this kickball. They are doing some legit practices. Hence the name, and Suzanne saying, well, this took a dark turn because I thought this would be fun, and she got us out here running suicides and doing real practice. Madison is playing around, apparently jealous of Piper and thinking Piper has more than kickball going on. And no, if you got to know Piper instead of playing pranks on her all this time, you would realize this is really just who she is, and she's just looking for a sliver of paradise in everywhere that she is, which is a good thing about her. But it's also irritating because what you think this is? You're not in a hotel, you're in prison. So Madison, she goes and threatens Piper and basically tells her that she's going to get more time put on her sentence. And Piper just has to take it. Now, she's already been warned. Madison has already been warned by Alex to leave her alone. So we didn't see Alex at all this episode, so I have no idea what Alex is going to do or say to Madison if Piper brings this to her. So hopefully she put her foot down in some way that doesn't get her in trouble or get her more time. Because this seems to be the underlying tone of this whole season so far. Who's getting extra time? Who's not getting extra time? And how long do we need to be in here? We find out that Cindy finally decides to have a conscience and tries to tell Caputo he needs to look into the guards. Now, why you didn't do more than just say he needs to look into the guards? You could have told him, and maybe he could have found a way to get your story out or find a way to actually get a statement from you, even though it contradicts what you signed and what you said about Tasty. The truth is the truth, okay? That's what people are looking for, even though this major company is trying to shut all this down and keep it quiet real quick. You can't avoid when the information gets out. So I don't understand. So she gets this message to Caputo. Caputo is also trying to recruit people who have been wronged by MCC and get them to speak out against them and some of the treatment that they've had. The first person he goes to is Sophia. And Sophia, I don't blame you for these questions. Why all of a sudden is it important for you to get justice for Tasty and you weren't trying to get justice for me? I feel you, girl. But Caputo's also right. We got to start somewhere. And if it ends up being with Tasty and not you, at least you can be involved and at least you can be part of that change. So, in saying that, do we really blame Sophia for taking the $300,000? Because Linda found out real quick Caputo was visiting that jail. And I don't know who else he was talking to or what else he had to say to other people. But, sir, you could have been a little bit more discreet so that you could have got this information up and out. Sophia decided to take it. At least she went straight to Caputo and let him know what happened. But I feel like that could be something, too. Why can't it be said that they're bribing people? yes, she can't say anything, but Caputo, you don't have any ties or limits, and Fig has already given her approval that you can go this route to get this done. So do it, please. Sir, I just really need you to come through for these people the way that you should have before. You should have said her name. So Suzanne and Frida find out that someone is probably being sent to D Block to kill her. So Suzanne is trying to figure out and interview people and find out who is trying to kill Frida in here. And they suspect Pennsatucky, but then that falls short. Doesn't make sense really. And she ends up telling Frida about this lady who has a full stash of like smoked Doritos and all kinds of foods, things like that. So Frida, she got them wheels turning all the time. She already knows what's up, and she goes in there, starts talking to the girl, blows her cover. You should see her put her little dukes up. I don't know what kind of fight this was about to be. It was going to be like that slow motion fight in Family Guy with the old man when he was fighting in his uniform against the guy who was a Nazi. That's exactly, well, no, he was a Nazi. And he's going to be fighting, he was fighting with the other guy. That's exactly what that scene, I thought that was going to go down in front of me, you guys. I really thought it was going to go down. Frida ends up cutting herself and getting the lady sent to the shoe, or AGSEG, that's what they call it there, so that she don't have a chance to kill her. So crisis averted. She is safe again. Carol is not going to win because Carol also told us that she put a hit out on her when she was playing some fantasy death game with Red, and they're both going completely psycho. I think Red is way in over her head with this. It's like fake anger almost, like she's trying too hard to be angry, and it's getting to the point where it's irritating. Like, just let Frida live, because now you're just ranting on and on and on about it, and I know it's probably going to get on Carol's nerves. Good girl, mama. Excuse me, you guys. They're doing some type of construction outside, and my puppy here is trying to protect me. Thank you. So we finally got a Gloria and Maria scene, you guys, and it was super intense. I was quiet the entire time. I wanted to hear every single word that came out of their mouths. Maria is pretty much telling Gloria that she forgives her for why she got 10 years added on to her sentence. And Gloria put her straight into place. You're not putting that on me. You deserve every bit that you got. And don't forget, you was over there running around with baseball bats and torturing these guards and everything like that wasn't your part and that you played. And I don't know what you praying for. And all these, oh my gosh, Gloria went in on her. To say that to another human being is pure hatred for them. And I don't necessarily blame Gloria for feeling this way. Maria didn't know if her son was going to live or die in that moment. She did what she wanted to do for herself, and Gloria confided in you. Why would you do that? And then why would you get mad because it backfired on you and you end up with more time? You still did what you did, and all these guards are out so they can say that you did it. I don't know what she thought would happen from that interaction that they had, but definitely get up out of Gloria's face. I hope it doesn't steer Maria in the wrong direction. Find out who drowned Maria in this episode. So this was the most disappointing part in this entire season for me, for one. And so far, why? I don't understand why the baby killer did it. And she was like, well, what you said just really enlightened me and got me to want to really tell my story. And I'm the one who did it. Speaking of forgiveness, I'm the one who did it. What? Well, it led you here, didn't it? Don't go near Maria again. Do not, because you'll probably lose your life. And you really got lucky, because this made no sense at all. I really thought it was going to be some interesting reason as to why. And the fact that it came up so many episodes later and we're sitting here like, okay, who's going to tell us? Who's it going to be? Can someone talk about it, please? Nothing. So I was just very disappointed that y'all did this to us. It was very unnecessary. And you're just throwing things together without a pure reason for it. So last but not least, we have Nikki, who is sitting at the big girls table with Barb, and Barb has hatched this plan that should be seamless, that they're going to cause a distraction while D Block is cleaning up the hallways outside the nail salon, and then they're going to run in and kill everybody inside. Now, the problem with this plan for Nikki is that it includes Red. She could care less about anybody else in there, but not Red. So she says she's down with the plan. Then she tries to go to Lorna to talk some sense into her and say, this is a bad idea. We got to do something, get something to Red. They're going to kill Red. And Lorna is just a pregnant thug now. She don't care. As long as it's D Block, it's nothing else. Nothing else matters. So Nikki can't talk through to her, so she knows it's left up to her. So what she decides to do, the dumbest thing in the world, she decides to go up to the gate of the hair salon while they're in there, take a bottle cap with the note inside and throw it in there. And not far enough at all to actually get it to Red, where Red doesn't look super obvious for picking it up. And then it's a bottle cap. It makes a noise when it hits the ground, which of course attracted the guard to see it as well. And she picks it up and sees the note. Now, this is the twisted part of these guards, because she's seriously contemplating here, should I let this stuff happen for Fantasy Inmate to get some points? No. Follow procedure. The note said that there's a hit out on Carol. Get out now. So because it says that, they have to go ahead and take Carol and put her in solitary confinement or ADSEG. And they look up. Red kind of understands what's going on. Everyone in the hair salon kind of sees what's going on, that D Block was about to pretty much come in and kill them. So they pretty much are going back to war. But they don't have their leader because they had to put her in ADSEG. So since this plan has completely failed because of Nikki, and they got a heads up and went ahead and put Carol in ADSEG, D Block regroups to see what the heck happened. And the blonde druggie and some of the other girls, they immediately tell Barbara that it was Nikki who gave the heads up so that they knew what was coming. So Nikki plays it cool. She ends up stressing the fact that I snitched on Red. Why would I do it? Because they brought up Red, saying that that's her ties to C Block, where she could have told him. Now, she tried again, but her plan failed, but not technically because it stopped anyway. And she says, I snitched on Red. She doesn't trust me. She doesn't believe me. Why would she even talk to me after I got her all these years that she's left in here? So that pretty much states her case. I can't tell if Barbara believes her or not, but she does scold the blondie that you better have your shit together next time you bring me some information, so it's no holes and I don't look stupid like this again, or else. So I can't tell if I believe her or not, because in her flashbacks in the previous episodes, they showed how nice, nasty she can be. Like, really maintain and act like you care about someone and then just steal it away like that. So I just really hope she's not doing this to Nikki, and I want to see what happens. We only have 2 more episodes left. It's only so much that can happen, and so much that you guys hang us out to dry for a whole nother season. So I really hope some of these things come to a close, because there's so much open. So I need to see what happens with Tasty. I need to see what happens with Frida now that she's no longer got a hit out on her. Aleda and Daya getting these drugs in, and Daya, the fact that she's using the drugs. I hope nothing else happens with Maria and this baby killer. Like, Maria, don't ruin any more time for the fact that this girl drowned you, because she's stupid. She's really stupid. And I want to see what Gloria is going to do, as far as now her and Maria are in the same block, because Loose Check decided to pull this favor for her. Okay, favor. But yes. So that was my recap review of episode 11. Well, this took a dark turn for the new season, Orange is the New Black. Definitely check out the other episodes that I have. I will be putting more movie reviews up soon, because Netflix has a lot of content, so I have to get through it too, and be interested in it myself to really want to post it and do a video for it too. But I am trying to do it for any and all things. Bear with me. Check me out on Facebook as well, www.facebook.com/ScreenQueen Reviews. Thank you guys for listening.